There was a time when I believed trust was unbreakable. I believed that if you loved someone enough, if you supported them through every struggle, every failure, every difficult moment, they would never turn their back on you. I was wrong. And the worst part, I didn't find out from an enemy. I found out from the person I trusted most. The person I would have defended against anyone. The person I would have sacrificed everything for. His name was Ryan. And for 5 years, he was my best friend. Not just a friend, a brother. At least that's what I thought. If someone had told me back then that Ryan would eventually become the biggest regret of my life, I would have laughed. I would have called them crazy. Because that's how much I trusted him. But sometimes the people closest to you know exactly where to place the knife. And when they finally do, the pain feels impossible to describe. Looking back now, I should have noticed the signs. They were everywhere. Small things, little lies, moments that didn't make sense. But trust has a strange way of making us blind. You see only what you want to see. And that's exactly what happened to me. At the time, I was running a small digital marketing company. Nothing huge, nothing glamorous, just a business I had built from the ground up. I spent years working late nights. Missing vacations, skipping parties, sacrificing everything. Every success felt earned, every client felt important, and Ryan was there through all of it. When I landed my first big client, he celebrated with me. When business was struggling, he encouraged me. When I doubted myself, he reminded me to keep going. Or at least that's what I thought. One afternoon, Ryan walked into my office with a huge smile. "I've got great news," he said. I looked up from my laptop. "What happened?" He sat down across from me. "I quit my job." I nearly choked. "You did what?" He laughed. "I quit." "Ryan, are you serious?" "Completely." I stared at him. His previous job wasn't perfect. But it was stable. It paid well. Leaving without another plan seemed reckless. Then he leaned forward. "I want to work with you." I paused. "What?" "I believe in what you're building." The words hit me hard. Not because they sounded impressive, but because they felt sincere. He continued. "We make a great team. You handle strategy. I handle people. We can grow this thing together." Honestly, it sounded exciting. For years I had handled everything alone. The idea of having someone I trusted by my side felt like a dream. So I agreed. And that decision changed everything. For the first few months, things were incredible. Business grew faster than ever. Clients loved Ryan. He was charismatic, confident, funny. People naturally trusted him. Revenue increased. New opportunities appeared. And for the first time, I felt like I wasn't carrying the entire company alone. Ryan became more involved every week. Soon he had access to client accounts, financial reports, internal meetings, sensitive information. I trusted him completely, maybe too completely, because while I was focused on growth, Ryan was focused on something else. Something I couldn't see. Not yet. The first warning came from an unexpected place. One of our oldest clients called me directly. She sounded nervous. "Can I ask you something?" "Of course." She hesitated. "Why did Ryan tell us you're leaving the company?" My stomach dropped. "What?" There was silence. Then she spoke carefully. "He said you're planning to step back and let him take over operations." I sat frozen. "That's not true." "Oh." Her voice sounded uncomfortable. Maybe I misunderstood. But I knew she hadn't misunderstood. Someone had told her that. And there was only one person who could have done it. Ryan. That evening I confronted him. Did you tell clients I'm leaving? He looked confused. What? A client called today. His expression didn't change. For a moment. Then he laughed. Oh, that. I waited. It was a misunderstanding. What misunderstanding? I was talking about future expansion. He smiled casually. They must have misunderstood. His explanation sounded reasonable. Maybe too reasonable. But I accepted it. Because I trusted him. And because the truth was something I wasn't ready to face. Weeks passed. Then another strange thing happened. One of our largest clients suddenly ended their contract. No warning. No explanation. Just gone. I scheduled a meeting. I wanted answers. The client looked uncomfortable. Almost guilty. Finally he said something that shocked me. We heard some concerning things. My heart sank. Like what? He hesitated. Then he looked directly at me. We heard your company was having financial problems. I stared at him. What financial problems? Ryan said there might be instability. The room suddenly felt smaller. Colder. For a moment I couldn't speak. Because none of it was true. Not a single word. The company was healthy, profitable, growing. Yet somehow our own clients were hearing a completely different story. And once again, the information traced back to Ryan. This time I couldn't ignore it. Something wasn't right. Something was very wrong. But I still wasn't prepared for what I would discover. Because the truth wasn't just betrayal. It wasn't just lies. It was something much bigger. Something that had been happening right in front of me. For months. Maybe even years. And when I finally uncovered it, everything I believed about Ryan shattered forever. The question was no longer whether he was lying. The question was why. Why would someone I trusted like a brother secretly damage everything we built together? What was he gaining? What was he hiding? And most importantly, how far was he willing to go before the truth came out? I had no idea that the answers were about to change my life. And I definitely had no idea that one day, the entire world around him would come crashing down because of the secrets he thought nobody would ever discover.